This is Jackie with All Access, and I'm here with Vincent of the Acacia Strain, and we are here at West Springfield's Empire for the All Stars Tour, and you guys are headlining tonight, and that wasn't the original plan. How come?
Icy Stars, it has the worst luck when it comes to vehicular problems. First, their bus trailer hitch broke off, then their air conditioning broke, now it won't start. I think maybe it lit on fire and drove itself off a cliff. I'm not sure. But they are not here tonight. I don't know.
Their bus can't hang.
Really can't. That's what happens when you, I don't know. They did literally nothing.
Yeah, they're stuck in Florida. Oh well. So you guys are headlining. I'm sure you're prepared for the challenge. This is not your first headlining show ever. So is your set going to be longer now?
I believe it is. It was last night. We had a headline last night also. And I believe the plan is to not tell anybody that Icy Stars isn't going to be here until after we're done playing, just to really piss everyone off.
I was wondering what the plan was because there was nothing online. I just happened to know from their tour manager.
We, as a band, do whatever we can to just make people miserable and make people's days awful. And if I have to make a little girl cry by saying Icy Stars isn't coming, then I will have a good day. I will absorb her tears into my soul and become stronger and more powerful.
Mwah. I like that. Word is that your album was supposed to come out this summer. What's the story on that now?
Story was that the vinyl company takes forever to do anything. So instead of releasing the CD alone, we're going to release the CD and the vinyl at the same time, and it get pushed back a little bit. But it's coming out. I just can't tell you when.
Eventually.
Sometime within the next year or so.
Any cool vinyl? Any colored vinyl?
Still working on that. Trying to do as many different colors. Like for the 7-inch we did 5 different colors, and one of the colors you can only buy from us at a show. So kind of motivating people to collect all 5 and come see us, and it's only $5. So you get a special limited edition color. There's only 300, and we're gonna try and do that with the next record too. It's gonna be interesting. I'll tell you that.
They're doing their best to make the wait worth it. I promise you that. So what was the writing process for that album like?
What happened was we're spread out all over the country now. 2 of us live in Massachusetts, 2 of us live in California, and 1 of us lives in Ohio. So what happened is somehow, for some reason, my house became base of operations, and we wrote the entire record over a 3-month period. The worst 3 months you can be in Massachusetts, which is from January to March. It snowed every day for an entire week once, and then subsequently after that, snowed at least once a week for the rest of the time that we were writing. So we were miserable. I was miserable. My wife was miserable. Everyone was miserable because we had these just leeches living at our house.
And you couldn't get rid of them because they're stuck in the snow.
Because we have to do work. We have to put everything we can in this record. And I think the misery comes through in the music. We wrote and practiced in my garage, pissed off all of my neighbors, and because of that, I feel like organically it's the most miserable record we've ever put out. So I hope it shines through in the music.
Are you playing any of the new songs yet?
Nothing new. We haven't had a chance to practice anything new, but in the coming months, definitely.
I'm hoping you don't still feel the misery when you have to play it.
It actually helps me get the misery out, and that's why I have music, is so I have an outlet for all my negativity and miserable thoughts. So I'm actually a very pleasant person when you come to talk to me, and it's not just all boiling up inside of my stomach.
So you find it a very cathartic process.
I don't know if cathartic would be the word. I think
you said you feel better.
I think it's satisfying.
Okay.
Like some people punch a pillow, and some people, whatever you can do to just let it out, so it doesn't fester inside of you. Because a lot of people don't have that, and then they become murderers, or they take it out on the wrong people. And I feel like I'm taking it out in a proper creative way on my band members.
I'm sure they love you for it. So where did you record?
We recorded at the Machine Shop in New Jersey with Will Putney. It was probably one of the best experiences recording-wise, like when we were actually recording the record. But when I was there, it was probably one of the most stressful times of my life because I got bronchitis, then I got pneumonia. I was like sweating through the night. I needed to sleep with a humidifier. I lost my voice twice because of the sickness, and then because of the stress of not being able to record when I had been scheduled to, I was losing sleep, and it was just a real miserable experience. But I got it done. I pulled through, and what I think, and what everybody who's heard the record so far thinks is it's the most natural sounding because I was going through all this shit. I was just, I was letting it all out, come out through the microphone, and because it was a stressful experience, it definitely shines through, and it definitely, I feel like, helped make it sound more real.
I was gonna give props to Jersey, but apparently Jersey makes you sick.
Jersey, I'm sorry, you are the armpit of America.
And I'm from there, so thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the name of the album?
Can't tell you.
Ah, crap. So I was going to say, well, I'll say it anyway. How do you stay positive and focused amidst lineup changes and health issues and recording issues and songwriting issues?
It's extremely hard to stay positive. But like I said, I have music, and that kind of sets me free from any anxiety or stress or anything like that. And as long as I keep my mind on that, as long as I remember that, I'm doing something that I love. I'm not sitting behind a desk. I'm not working on a loading dock. I'm playing music for people who actually care to hear it. And that just helps me get through my day. It's like we got into a van accident not too long ago where we flipped over on the highway, and that was the closest I've ever been to death. I've been sick in hospital beds and stuff like that, but I never actually thought I'm going to die. And halfway through the flip, I just had like a moment of peace where I was like, well, this is it. I guess, I ended my life on a high note. I'm dead, and I didn't die, and I got to walk away from something that probably should have killed me, and it definitely changed me internally, where now I wake up in the morning and I'm like, yes, I'm still here, I'm able to do what I want to do today, and I'm always on stage and I'm fucking miserable and I'm negative, and that's who I am on stage. That's me letting all that stuff out, but in reality, I'm just extremely happy to still be on this planet and be able to live every day, and I cherish every moment I have on this earth now because I know what it's like to be like, well, I'm fucking dead. So, I took everything that I could, that I had in my life, and I just grabbed onto it, and I'm holding on to it for as long as I can, and I'm never gonna let go.
Excellent. So how do you, other than what you've already told me about your onstage performance, how do you make sure you leave a lasting impression with fans here at All Stars Tour?
I tell like it is. A lot of our music is it's anger based. But I tell people the reason for it. You need an outlet. You need something to take all of that just bad emotion and push it out. I tell kids that there's no reason that any person in this room should hate themselves. There's no reason you should ever hate who you are. As long as you're living your life the way you want to, as long as you're doing what you want to, and as long as you are alive, there's no reason you should hate yourself. But there's about 1 billion reasons out there that you should be angry and hateful externally. Just focus that away from yourself onto other things like punch a pillow, don't kill your parents, just do something positive with something negative, and that's really my message. I think a lot of people, they just need to hear it, and I think it helps, so that's how I leave it. Also, I use about 24 water bottles and soak the crowd, so that might leave it positive, negative. I don't know. Some people were mad about it. Some people were happy about it. It's like the front 3 rows at SeaWorld when we play.
It's a splash zone.
Exactly.
Fair enough. No, I think that was well said. I think you make a really good point. I wonder if it's the music of the current moment, America in its current moment, a combination of a bunch of different factors.
Everybody has something to be angry about, and you can't mask that anger with fake happiness, you know. And what a lot of bands are doing nowadays is that everybody be positive, everybody be positive. It's like you can't be positive all the time, or you'll go fucking crazy. You need to let it out, and let it out in a way that will help you, or help anything, you know, like, I don't know. It's just, there's so much just going on always that you need an outlet, and you have an outlet inside.
And I feel like kids are really gravitating to music as that outlet, whether it's listening to it, dancing to it, screaming along with you. So I do wonder if it's a combination of different factors.
When I first started coming to shows, it was because I didn't think I had anywhere else to go. You know, I was a 15-year-old just sitting in my room, not knowing what to do with myself. And then I discovered music, and I was like, I have somewhere to go where people are like me, where people understand me. And sometimes it strays away from that, but you have to realize that this is all built on a bunch of people who feel like they have nowhere left to go. You always have somewhere to go when you have music.
I think that's definitely a way to leave an impression with fans. Are there any causes or charities that you or your bandmates would like to work with or are working with?
We did Shirts for a Cure. They take the profits from T-shirts and put it towards cancer research. We've done hurricane relief. We do a Toys for Tots drive every year at a local club in Albany, New York, and we raise toys for kids. Basically anything we can do to give back. Like, we're doing a show at the end of this month at the same club in Albany just to get the club back up and running again, because it's literally the only club in Albany that people still have to go. So instead of taking our full guarantee, we're just taking all the money that gets raised at the door. It's us and Full Blown Chaos taking all the money that gets raised at the door and just giving it to the club so they can fix the roof and give people somewhere to go. You know, anything we can do, because we all grew up with, you know, small clubs, places that gave us a place to go, places that understood us. So we're trying to give back to the places that helped us when we were young, and I think it's important for all bands to understand and to not forget like where they came from.
Rock on. So what's up next for you guys after All Stars?
We are going to Europe in September with Unearth, Shadows Fall, and War of Ages. Some may call that a tour straight out of 2003, but it's also Europe, so it makes sense. Then after that, we have some stuff planned, but I can't really talk about it. Yeah, I'm a big secret, that's all.
You're a secret wrapped in an enigma.
Exactly.
With a side of buffalo wings. So stay tuned for more from the Acacia Strain. This is Jackie. Thanks to All Access and In the Key of Change.